Yes, you have to be ready for your opportunities. That's why you have to, study, put in the work. So when the opportunity comes, you just, prepared and ready to go. It's the conversation on TOS Television Network, your digital first Pan-African news network. And as always, we're bringing you the conversation from Abuja, that's Nigeria's capital city. And the conversation this morning promises to be quite engaging and insightful. My name is Adesu Alsi.
And I am Sagir Ibrahim. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Okay, I don't know why Sagir isn't smiling this morning, but we're just going to go on with this show. Starting with this story that's stories and happenings from across Africa. Starting with this one from Democratic Republic of Congo. So the Democratic Republic of Congo's Electoral Commission chief, whose contested nomination threatens to weaken President Felix Tshisekedi's ruling coalition, was sworn in on Tuesday by the Constitutional Court.
And in Uganda, the Ugandan police announced Tuesday that the bus explosion on Monday night that killed one person and injured several others near Kampala and was claimed by the Islamic State IS group was the result of a suicide attack.
And Uganda has been seeing quite an uprising, I think, in the last few days.
And I hope the government will be able to, get things running to ensure that these issues are nipped in the bud.
Yes, true. So that's it, actually, for stories and happenings from across Africa. That's development from across Africa. So we're going to move straight into bringing you COVID-19 updates from across Africa right about now. And after that, we'll be going straight into the big story.
You're still watching the conversation on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television, and you could be a part of the conversation by connecting with us on our various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TOS TV Network. You could also watch the conversation via our website at www.tostvnetwork.com, and as well watch a recap via our YouTube page at TOS TV Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the big story segment of the conversation, and this morning's focus is going to be on the plight of Osun State pensioners and the continuous demand for their entitlement. We have joining us, in the conversation via telephone, Comrade Waid Saka, who is a public affairs analyst. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Comrade Waid. Can you hear me? Hello, sir. Comrade Waid.
Good morning. I'm hearing you perfectly.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show once again.
It's good to be on the platform again.
Yes, sir. So pensioners took to the streets of Osogbo, Osun State on Tuesday to protest the non-payment of their entitlements by the state government since they retired from service. So what do you think, or what do you make of this development?
Well, there are two types of pensioners in Osun, and I think in Nigeria too. One, those ones that are on the regular pension before the contributory pension introduced in 2011 or 2012. I cannot remember the year vividly now. So currently, what we experienced in Osun yesterday was the contributory pension term of pensioner. And according to the state government, they have expended over 40 billion naira in offsetting the pensioner since this current government assumed leadership in the state. However, there is a serious controversy on the issue of contributory pension. And it's unfortunate that our senior citizen, people that serve this country, will continue to suffer on the on flimsy executive of the government. But yesterday, through the Commissioner of Information in the state keep on appealing to the contributory pensioners that they will find way to offset their entitlements. And this is not the first time they will protest. This protest started during the last government, when they demand for, and this is the issue. There is a certain percentage they are deducting from salary of people, workers on contributing pension from the source. And there is a certain percentage that the state will contribute to, so that the pension manager will be managing the money until the pensioner will request for it.
Yeah.
Now the issue is this: by sheer irresponsibility, the state deducted the money from the source. They didn't remit same to the pensioner, to the pension managers, and they didn't even remit their own share of the pension. Their own share of the contributing pension as government. I think it will be 3% or something. They deducted 5% of their monthly salary. So now the issue is this. It's a complicated one that the current government met on ground. And they should find a way, because according to the law that created contributing pension, it's even criminal offense to so deduct without anything same to the pension manager.
True.
These are naughty issues. The government should come clean and tell the people it's not just appealing to them. You see them yesterday chanting solidarity song and calling the government many unprintable names. We all know and we begin to ask questions. Who is at fault on this? Or are the government trying to put pains and pangs on our senior citizens when they have their money somewhere in their vault? So we begin to ask those questions and the government should give answer. We cannot afford to allow this to continue.
All right.
The pensioners serve meritoriously. And they deserve their pay.
All right,
Yeah.
Comrade Waid. So the government, in its own defense, had said that it inherited a very large backlog since 2018, and it's doing all that it can, to clear the backlog. And it however called on the pensioners to exercise a little bit of patience. But then now the question is, what would you describe or define a little bit of patience to be?
That is relative again. You cannot even say that is why they need to answer critical questions on what led to this and how to get out of this. Those are two things that is very critical, not only to the pensioner, but to a conscious citizen of this state and by extension, the federal government. Because we cannot say because we inherited backlog of pension fund, we cannot afford to do this at this time. The issue is government is a continuum, and it is you inherit assets and liability. You cannot say you are enjoying the assets of the same government and you are begging people to exercise presence on the liability of the same government. This government must come clean. And I recall a certain radio human rights program. This same contribution took the state government to that radio program, and government assured them that they would do something on it. And on that very particular radio too, the contributing pensioner commended this same government on the monthly releasing of certain amount of money to offset pension on the other side.
Okay.
On those ones that are not on contributing pension, I think they released this month, 3 days ago or 4 days ago, they released over 500 million to offset those ones too. they should have agreement with these people. And it's unfortunate that they are already politicizing this issue. People are scoring cheap political gain on the plight, the pains and pangs of the pensioner. It's very, very unfortunate. And also, that is on this part must come clean, because we deserve to know as citizens, and the government deserves to always put everything on the table.
All right.
If we exercise patience, we must know all the truth surrounding what led us to this.
All right. We do hope that these issues are brought to a conclusion. Thank you so much for joining in on the conversation this morning, Comrade Wai.
Thank you so much. God bless us. God bless Nigeria.
Amen. It's been a pleasure. And by extension, that's the much we can take on the conversation this morning. Remember, the conversation comes to you weekdays on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TUS Television, and you could be a part of the conversation by connecting with us on our various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TUS TV Network. You could also watch the conversation via our website at www.tustvnetwork.com, as well as via YouTube at TUS TV Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, I remain Sagir Ibrahim.
And my name is Adesu Alsoyi. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation this morning. Do remember to always stay safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow.